Hey guys, Big Ed out here, and I wanted to show you some of the ridiculous things that happen during my games of StarCraft. We're gonna have to watch a very sad POV of Mr. Robot here, actually not even a POV. I'm just gonna have to show you the fight because he doesn't look at it in just grand enough a scale. This is, I believe, 46 Hydras, right? Whole lot of Hydras. This is 8 Colossi, 4 Archons, 4 High Templar with Storm, and 2 Carriers. So, I don't know if you guys know about this game very much, but this is what this fight looks like. Now, you may mistakenly think that this game is over, as most people would, but as you can see, there's another 30 minutes to this game, and that is because the person I am playing is a magical kind of person. Mr. Robot is a man of tenacity and guile. He is willing to live where others would simply give up and die. And so I asked him questions regarding. I built 3 Void Rays, and he just made 42 Hydras in response to that, so I did this. So this is the basis for this conversation. Essentially, everyone goes Hydras, and I just do this, and it's disgusting. But if you go Mutas, you can, like, if I don't make another Stargate, it's kind of hard. Remember, kids, if you're going to make it to Diamond, you need to learn how to scout. You don't, actually, but you should learn how to scout. It makes the game, learning how to scout makes the game a lot more fun, because then you're actually interacting with the opponent instead of just doing whatever you're going to do and then moving across the map. But we're going to speed up this part of the map. We're going to speed up this part of the game because the very end game is what I really wanted to show y'all. Clear up this creep, get cannon battery going at every location. We have High Templar, so we're going to start warping that in. Stupid cannon battery over here. Get probes saturated on the main close bases, spread out the Colossi among the possible bases he'll attack. This army is still nuts, but I'm just waiting to split it off while I talk to him. Being like, yeah, you can't just make a bunch of Hydras. You can't, if I'm doing this, you can't just make a bunch of Hydras. You're gonna lose. So, it's like, yeah, you gotta, like, do stuff. You gotta do something else, or you gotta scout. Well, you gotta scout to know that you have to do something else. So, you gotta do both. But now the Great Wall commences. pretty soon we'll have it here. I just send in like individual zealots. He's got lurkers. See, this is what I mean. This is the guy who doesn't want to die. Anyone all the people who make lurkers never actually want to be dead. That's how you can tell Zerg's gonna last a while. Um, Now this is the amazing part: is that he didn't GG here. I guess I didn't kill his lurkers, but like a lot of people would have there as well. But he did clear out the cannons on one of my bases, so that's good, you know. Um, it's fine. I think that was a very good trade. It's totally worth it. He's gonna try and fight over here, and I think we missed a little bit of the initial conflict. Oh yeah, yeah. So we had the wall of cannons. So eventually we have a wall of cannons like this right now, and now we just need to close in the circle around him. The cannons are able to provide detection, and we're able to storm the entire mass of Hydras assaulting them. Storm sucks against Lurkers, but it is capable of killing them eventually. I kind of felt like I should just kill him with High Templar, because that's really fun, because the High Templar's normal attack is garbage, but Storm is really fun. And also, when you have enough gas, you can just gas dump. But for now, our cannon wall is looking mighty, especially over here. This is fucked. Lurkers are slowly baiting in High Templar one at a time, so they need to get moved back. The inevitable crawl of lurkers like siege tanks will get like more into the base, so I gotta build a shit ton of cannons over here to defend against the eventual this thing. Yeah, when they do this and they just push through. Get a bunch of storms down, storm a little more. Not quite able to kill that lurker. That lurker is a huge issue here, and all these guys don't have storm yet, so we're gonna have to just fall back. Lurker positions are moving forward, but I think our new cannons might be able to hold them for a little while. These probes are no longer needed because I'm mining out bases, so we're just gonna sacrifice them to the spine crawler gods. Meanwhile, while he's distracted, we're gonna implement the new cannon area over there. Oh, looks like we got fucking shredded over here. Looks like all of our High Templar did that shit and just died, which is not ideal. But not super relevant either. The cannon battery line has now been extended even closer. Void Rays come in to do what they can. These High Templar, like all of their other brothers that I spawned over here, are just gonna fucking die to lurkers. And with my attempt to hold this position, we are firmly, evenly tied. Workers are about even, army supplies about even. The problem here is map control at this point. I would dare to say, despite the even trades, I'm in the lead due to my significantly more resources mined. Really, when you're fighting a guy who's warping in High Templar like this, like their zealots, you're kind of going for broke. We're gonna send in the probes to try and kill a queen. It's not gonna work. They're gonna do like 7 damage to him. And we gotta reinforce, you know. Gotta reinforce. We're gonna make more shield batteries. Tempests are technically the time now. Once you have a cannon battery set up, you can just Tempest poke them forever. But first, we gotta get up the full surround of cannons. This is gonna require these zealots going in with this to clear all the creep and distract them a little bit. Queens are actually going to come back here and spread more creep, I believe. But while they are distracted, a mere screen away, we are going to build the Great Cannon Battery Wall. This is normally the hardest part of the full surround to get, is the part in the middle, because it's such just a long area. But if you can get it all up and get some High Templar behind it, you know, this becomes a really good fortified area. And then where does he go? He can go out here, he can go out here, or he can go out here. And, like, I just need to cannon up this part. But he's hiding. He's not dying. We've got the defenses spread. We're going to get this all cannoned up in case he tries to go up here. And then we just need to get this part, and we'll have the full surround on him. Void Ray's coming to tell him that absolutely not on this expansion attempt. No prismatic alignment's going to mean that it actually lives, though. That's not ideal. And now, I believe the defenses are complete, and it's just a matter of how long can I keep him in the game. Now, this is this is my favorite way to play. You build a good defensive position, and then it's like lion hunting. You put your spear in the ground, and you let the enemy run into it, and it's not a good fight for them. This is the best game. This is the best setup I've ever been able to make in this game against a real opponent who is still playing me. I mean, the game is over. I could have ended it earlier if I had wanted to, but I didn't, and he was willing to stay. And so this is the most fucked setup I've ever had for an enemy to fight into, to attempt to fight into. But time will pass. I'm just gonna send in one Tempest at a time just to like fuck with him. You know, don't wanna actually kill him. Just wanna, you know, bleed him dry a little bit. A little bit of creep clearing. A little bit of rebuilding of the defenses over here. A little bit of greedy overlord sniping. Maybe snipe over the bridge a little bit. So many Vipers. We both have stupid armies right now. But now it's time for the Probe Tempest to kill a hatchery. I don't know if you've ever seen Probe Tempest kill a hatchery before, but this is what it looks like. Meanwhile, over here, they're getting repelled by cannon colossi. The probes are going to keep going and pull back before the hatchery actually dies, so they do not get killed by broodlings. Pro moves with your probes at the 35-minute mark, save them from the broodlings. Spread out the colossi a little bit. This is too much of a chunk. They need to be spread out more. Got the colossi around, got some tempests in case they push. The probe tempest is just gonna keep killing everything down here. I guess he's just chilling, trying to mine out the last base available to him, since he's definitely not gonna be able to easily get a base anywhere else, even if there was any resources at any of the other bases. But now the whole team's coming. All the probes. We're pulling Ricky and the boys to get this one. Oh, but the Tempest fucking gets distracted and doesn't shoot it the last two times. Wow. Wow. Fucking Tempest. All of the probes got it low enough to where the Tempest could have killed it, and the Tempest pilot fucking got distracted by a Hydra. What an idiot. I guess he's wondering on the situation. I do, in fact, have two probes. But as I kind of said earlier, as I also say to him, the fortifications are complete. There is no more need for probes. I have all the buildings I should need. So let's watch this from his perspective for a little bit. The dying breaths of a Zerg who has fought so long. Takes a mothership, minus 400, 400. Classic. Tries to run into a Colossi and cannons. Doesn't work. Queen gets popped by feedback. And slowly, he dies to a Tempest. 6 High Templar come in and kill literally everything with Storm just for the lulz. you know, and then turn into an Archon that he just leaves. Yeah, he's just like, oh, no, that Archon's fine. This is fine. I don't need to do anything about that Archon. And then the Archon kills the Hatch. Kills a Viper. Oh, 2 Vipers? No. It's gonna kill a Viper and then a Infestor and then the Hatch and then die. There you go. What a Chad run by. That was disgusting. Good work, Archon. You'll live on in legend. Now all the Vipers are in autumn colors, and as are most of the Zerg army. And the 2 High Templar storm run by, it's gonna take that worker count down to a more reasonable 20 instead of the 45 I believe he was just at. Gotta make sure he spends all that money on units for the big attack that is inevitably doomed to fail. Because what could you do against the might of the Protoss? Who knows? Let's see. He's come this far. The waning hours of his empire is at hand. So we're gonna speed through the inevitable collapse. Oh, here it comes. A mothership comes in and recalls only High Templar and Sentries, and they almost get totally decimated by 1 Ultra. If there were like 2 or 3 Ultras, literally all of these guys would have died. But instead, we're going to play Micro Trainer and have Sentry High Templar, so we can just wall this off with a Force Field and kill everything with the lowest damage units in the game. First the Hive. Then we're going to storm anything that tries to come up. Just make sure that you always keep a Force Field there. And we're just going to kill all the tech in the main. I think that's I thought that was a good plan. I'm just going to kill all of it. This Tempest is going to die, but yeah, meh. He was never the main focus. Make sure you always got a Force Field there. As long as you got that, these guys, doesn't matter that their DPM is low, we're just going to make it happen. But in the meantime, while all that supply is tied up, I think Mr. Robot sees that is a futile attempt to return to his main, as I do, in fact, still have a bunch of fucking sentries up there. So it's time. The great assault is at hand. And the might of the Protoss falls upon you. The carriers come. The Colossi come. From all corners of the map they come to end it once and for all. Hope y'all enjoyed. I know that I've never seen a fight like that before in a real game. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing it as well. And remember, to have games like this, what I normally do is you get into a position where you're going to win, like I was at the beginning of this game, and then you don't kill them. And you gotta drip feed them hope that maybe there's a chance that they could win. This guy, I think, truly knew that he was boned, like totally, and just stayed in. But most people won't do that. You gotta make them think that maybe there's a chance. That's why I never really attacked with all the carriers, and I just went and hit them and made cannons instead. Because in the late game, cannons are unassuming, but they do both scout and are really fun to just make people run into cannons. Honestly, it's hilarious to make them do it at the 45-minute mark. But hope y'all enjoyed. Love y'all. See you later.